We are back at the gig. You see my friend is Hayes. Hayes sounds what they call me. Let's get straight into it. Michael Jackson's journey from Motown to Off the Wall documentary. Let's go.
This is really true. A lot of people say you just made it up to have something to say. But one day our television broke down, and we didn't have anything really to do, like in the morning times. So what we started doing, we started singing, my mother, my brothers, and we started making harmony. Next thing we noticed, we were singing in talent shows, winning awards and trophies.
I know it's gonna be a concert.
Their first 4 songs broke historical records because they all went to #1. The very first 4 songs they ever recorded, which was "I Want You Back,"
ABC, "The Love You Save,"
and "I'll Be There."
What happened after that was we went from being able to go anywhere, get a hamburger, go to a movie, go shopping, to being able to go nowhere. They became so successful so quickly that none of us were prepared for it.
Damn, out the gate? 4 #1s out the gate is crazy.
He used to sing songs with a lot of feeling, and he would sing them with a lot of feeling and a lot of moving, like he had been here before, like he had lived it before.
Yes.
Vocally, he was just leaps and bounds ahead of what anybody could teach him. He came here knowing that stuff. It was in his DNA.
I discovered that Michael...
The group wanted to leave Motown. Joseph thought that he wanted to bring them and take them to a whole other level that Motown just couldn't do.
But I was told not to sign them. And I was told that they were a cartoon act. And I went to Walter Yetnikoff, who was my boss, and I said...
Like, this before YouTube, Google, you really had to, do your research. Let's say they're a cartoon group, it's crazy. Even their first songs,
The most
The Love You Save, I'll Be There, it's not
life for
popcorn.
me was the changing from Motown to CBS. I was in a whole nother world. I didn't know what was happening.
Understanding the challenge of a
Kobe's
child
in this?
prodigy having to make a transition, now being
Cole.
a serious artist.
And Michael always says that he learned a lot about the songwriting process from Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, how to structure a song, how to create great arrangements.
The Jacksons came to Philadelphia for 2 years to record 2 records, The Jacksons and Going Places.
We try to write songs that people do all the time, or people say things all the time.
Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself.
Hey! All the time, so, enjoy yourself.
I hear you, Michael. Oh, man. That is a great writing technique. Say things that people on an everyday say, man. That's how you connect. Man, that's a good song. Come on, Tito. Woo! Yo, that's a racket.
One of the most important things
Man,
being
that's good.
successful is listening. It's listening and watching and being a good person to work with, easy to work with.
Every song is a negotiation. Every production is a negotiation if you're co-doing it with someone.
The producer wanted me to pronounce words a certain way.
There was a song, and there's a line in it where he sings,
"Now I'm a man that's for all seasons, and what the city offers me ain't naturally.
He sings that, and I go, oh, no, that's bad English. So I say, hang on, Mike, and I come out, and I said, so it's like, isn't naturally,
Poison natural.
I told him you pronounce the word so precisely, it takes away from the feeling of the song. And we got into a little...
Look at y'all, Mike.
Something said in my brain, shut the fuck up. Stop being the grammar police. This guy's a genius. Just get out of his way.
I was right, and I won. But,
Mike being
it was a
humble.
good learning point.
You want to 100% express your idea. It's just 100% expression of me.
It's time to write. Something to let you know that it's time for you to go out and do it yourself. So we decided to write and produce our own songs. And we finally did. And we went through so much, you know, with
wow. That's so dope to watch.
people not believing in your work or saying, are you sure? Are you sure? And we said, yeah, we know we can. We know what we can do.
Look at Randy. Look at young
and we
Randy.
went in and we wrote the Destiny.
He's so hyped.
Where were you when you first
That's my
heard
favorite
about
song.
that record? How did it
That's my
happen?
favorite.
It was at home, and Randy was playing this groove on the piano. Dun, dun, dun. I said, what is that? He said, oh, it's nothing. I said, don't say that. It is something. And I just started singing to his playing, and it came about.
Wow.
I called some of my friends out here that I had a lot of respect.
I'm in a room with the Jacksons. Then we brought Greg in to come and help us with the record on Destiny album again. Yeah. Man, shoot.
Ooh, that Destiny album, bull.
Everybody was using Greg for the games. And they had the basic piano part, you know, that you hear the dun, 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 all that rhythm was there.
Okay. Wow.
But there wasn't as much going on rhythmically.
Yeah.
Greg came up with it.
Yeah. I just love that the Jacksons came up with this hit right here. I just love that. I see you, Randy. Damn, like we didn't talk about Randy. He's good on those keys, boy. Hey, I know they was killing the disco in those disco clubs. I know this drum was killing. Hey, let's go! God, yo, let's go! Yo!
I asked him, I said, man, how much do you practice? He said, you know, I would dance until I can't dance no more. I said, what do you mean? I danced till my legs. I physically could not move.
There's a lot of people who...
Wow.
Some of my favorite writers are Johnny Mercer, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, Duke Ellington, Count Basie.
No. You got to put the work in, man. You got to put the time in. And really, man, it's love that you're putting in.
Tell
You know,
them.
because people that do this kind of stuff, man, we love what we do.
This is dated November 6, 1979. He was on the road with his brothers on the Destiny tour. MJ will be my new name. No more Michael Jackson. I want a whole new character, a whole new look. I should be a totally different person. People should never think of me as the kid who sang ABC, I Want You Back. I should be a new, incredible actor, singer, dancer that will shock the world. I will do no interviews. I will be magic. I will be a perfectionist, a researcher, a trainer, a master. I will be better than every great actor roped in one. I must have the most incredible training system to dig and dig and dig until I find. I will study and look back on the whole world of entertainment and perfect it. Take it steps further from where the greatest left off.
You guys are really riding a big high now as far as producing.
When I was real small, when I saw the original Wizard of Oz, the Judy Garland version, I always fell in love with the Scarecrow. I think most kids do because you feel sorry for him and everything, and he's his character. And I always watched them. Matter of fact, I had the step down they did when I was around 6. I would do it all around the house. Follow the yellow brick road. Ta-da!
Oh my God, I love you, Michael. This is one of my favorite songs of any movie ever.
Come on now, he's on down the road.
Woo!
Come on,
Keep up, Diana. Come on, baby. There you go.
don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, he's on down the road.
Matter of fact, that hill that we do ease on down the road was going uphill. And Diana and me, we were so out of breath. We had to do it a couple of times, really. I mean, it was going straight up.
Keeping on the road that you choose. Don't you give up on
Shout out to Diana, too, man. She was keeping up with Michael.
He'd come in for a 5-hour makeup call in the morning, get the makeup out of the way, right on the case. He knew everybody's lines, everybody's songs.
this
He knew
prepped him
everybody's
for Thriller.
position. And he stood there almost at
Everything's a
attention.
lesson.
That's
Can't win. You can't make even, and you can't get out of the game. People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like they're staying the same.
but I don't think they showed enough of his dancing.
The real night that Off the Wall was born, we were doing the pre-records for the movie. Quincy had, like, tunnel vision on Diana Ross. Finally, about 2 a.m., Q had what he wanted from Diana, and he goes, okay, Michael, you come in on bar 6. And Michael starts, like, at 1,000 watts. And he's doing everything that became the signature Michael Jackson. Woo! Ah!
I don't know if they're gonna talk about it now. I gotta say it real quick. It still amazes me that even as great as The Wiz is, I think it's one of the greatest movies ever. That critically, it wasn't acclaimed. It wasn't received well in terms of it wasn't box office. I don't understand how when you have Diana Ross, one of the biggest stars of all time, Michael Jackson, who's coming to his own, has already been in the game almost a decade by this point, a big star. You got Nipsey Russell, comedian. You got Richard Pryor, upcoming comedian. You have all these people in this movie. I don't understand how it doesn't become bigger. I do not get that. I don't know if they're going to talk about it and maybe break down why, but the fact that if you look it up, it was considered a flop. How? And maybe that's why Michael technically never really went into acting. Excuse me. That's why. So maybe that's why he never really went into acting and instead used his music to do the short films to fulfill his acting bug. That's the only thing I can think of. But I wonder if The Wiz would have been more successful. Do we get maybe Off the Wall and Thriller when we do? Do we not get it maybe later? Because he would have gotten the acclaim he would have wanted in The Wiz as an actor and maybe went into more acting. So maybe The Wiz not being acclaimed might have been a blessing in disguise, because if The Wiz is more successful, who knows, maybe we don't get Off the Wall and Thriller when we do, or how we do. Things to think about. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to point that out. I don't know if they're going to talk about The Wiz being a flop. I think they're about to go into him doing Off the Wall, so.
Just about any night of the week.
He was making all kinds of eccentric and unusual friends that, now we see the photos of and it looks really strange. Just hanging out with Liza Minnelli.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, just hanging out in New York?
Yeah, Studio 54.
Come here a lot?
Oh, God, yes.
Why?
Because I like the atmosphere of Studio 54. I've been to a lot of discotheques, and I don't like them.
What's
Honestly.
the difference?
I don't know, the feeling. I mean, the excitement of the props coming down and the balcony. It's just exciting, honestly. I called him up one day. I said, do you know anybody who could produce the album? Because I knew I had songs that I wanted to do. I didn't really I wasn't asking him to do it. And he said, sure. And he said, why don't you let me do it? I said, that's a great idea.
I mean, there was some speculation, would Quincy be the right guy? He's a jazz guy. Would he be,
They didn't think that he can make a contemporary hit record that everybody in the whole world would like.
I don't think that it's possible to sit down and try to intellectualize and theorize about how you can make a record that can appeal to many, many people. The people in this room, it's very difficult to try to make a record that everybody in this room would like.
I want to think of singing this way. If I was an artist, I just want to think of doing it. That's a genius. Oh, man, this is a DJ, hip-hop artist, or DJ's, miracle right here. This is some bread and butter. The socks. Look at the socks, bro. The loafers. And then he always hikes them up. The high waters. Michael show it all, boy. Come on, Mike. God, what an arrangement, bro. Shout out to Quincy, dog. Woo!
A good song to roller skate, it should feel like the floor to your skates. It should be the foundation for all of that flowing.
Like, you can literally play this song anywhere, anytime. You can play this song right now. Like, that's what we call timeless, baby. Just that one drum.
Rock With You seemed like there was symbolism behind the video. They had like the halo around the angels, the shining suit. I mean, he made that look cool. I can never pull that off, but
I can listen to Rock With You and know where I was the first time I heard it at Pegasus. When that song came on, people just stopped in the club. They just froze, you know, and then slowly, one by one, they got on the dance floor.
Again, that's smart. Say, feel the beat. Such a smart ad-lib.
I wanna rock it, rock it, rock it. Woo! I wanna rock it, rock it, rock it. Woo! I wanna rock it, rock it, rock it. Woo! Yeah. I wanna rock with you.
Come on, girl.
Oh, girl. Rock with me. Come on in.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
That breathing exercise on working day and night, I loop that for at least a minute before I let that song go. Like, I hold people at bay. Like, I'm holding back, like, 12 pit bulls. Like, you know what's going on. Ah, get them! Ah!
I'm embarrassed to even say this, but I used to dance by myself to that song.
Everybody dance. What are you talking about? Y'all dance to everything. In the living room for sure. Come on, Tito. Like what?
You got me working day and night. Ooh, sugar. You got me working day and night. Stress my shoulder.
What if we gonna get some red for Mike?
Make it harder. When this is over, I love and you will be so right. I often wonder if I love and you will be tonight. Well, but what is it longer if I'm always out of sight? Woo! Day and night, I'll be working day and night.
Got me working day and night. You could tell just where he was rhythmically just by the ones he was writing. Really catchy, rhythmic dance songs.
That was just the high water mark.
That's Earth, Wind, and Fire to me.
Of horn lines.
There's all these instrumental stretches and breaks in these songs that give the musicians some shine too.
David had this, David Williams had this certain sound that like bites. He bent it, he hit him so hard.
Come on, Randy. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Yes, sir.
He always had an idea of what he wanted every instrument to sound like, and that's how he recorded. You came in the studio, and he told the guitar player, he would sing every part.
Yeah.
He didn't play it.
He sung it.
But he can sing it, and if you didn't play it like he sang it, he would sing it till you played it like he sang it.
I'm never satisfied. I'll cut a track, go back and back and back, and darn it, I should have done this, I should have did it. And it's #1 on the chart. You're still screaming about what you should have done.
In the playgrounds. And you know, like I'm dating myself, okay, but you would bring the little radio, or sometimes if you were really tacky, you would bring the little portable record player, plop it down in the park, drop the needle. So heck yeah.
If you were dancing to that song, more than likely you were going home with somebody, because that's not a song you dance on your own.
A really unconventional start for a disco record, especially like the title track of an album. It starts with that. It starts on the offbeat, it starts on the 2, it has that weird vocal thing in the background. It's totally proggy.
That intro with the kind of ghoulish voices and so on. You start to hear that again, of course, on Thriller with the Vincent Price.
And they made the clap the central piece of the song. It's so smart, man. Like, golly.
Right at Great Ballad, first of all, lyrically, the content has to connect. And to me, part of what makes a song connect is that it's personal, but it's also universal.
Michael Jackson, yes, he's a great entertainer, he was a great dancer, but he was also a great singer. Not a good singer, but a great singer.
I like his performance on She's Out of My Life. It's real emotional.
The quality of Michael's voice was so incredibly pure.
She's out of my life.
You don't get none of those ad-libs or anything like that either.
She's out of my life.
Just pure vocals.
And I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I don't know whether to live or die. And it cuts like a knife. She's out of my life.
And it can can sing, y'all. Stop playing.
That love needs expression, but I learned too late, and she's out of my life. She's out of my life. Down indecision and cursed pride. I kept my love for her locked deep inside, and it cuts like a knife. She's out of my
That song we played yesterday, today, and tomorrow, bro. Like, that's timeless music, bro.
Which is a kind of radio
Oh
format
my
of
God.
black music that celebrated
This is the
intimacy
one.
and sensuality.
I can't
and
help
ambient
it.
softness and quietude. Can't help it
Oh
was
my
really
God.
the
This is like
Quiet
one of
Storm
the most-
demographic, right?
of
It was
course,
really
Stevie
the kind of
Wonder.
late night boudoir romance
One of the
thing.
most
It's the
underrated
first
songs
time that
ever.
you really hear Michael sounding like, to me, sounding like an adult and sounding outside of his R&B thing. It's jazzy.
Suzette Green had started working on it. She was in the Supremes and had also sung with Stevie.
It could have fit on Songs in the Key of Life, really.
That was supposed to be one of the songs on Songs in the Key of Life.
Ooh.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He had the I can't help it if I wanted to, the hook.
Yeah, I think she wrote a lot of the lyric when we actually were in the studio messing around with it.
That's right.
I Can't Help It is my favorite. Stevie overdid it with that song. The nature of the chords are
The melodies are very seductive. They carry some of those signature Stevie lines, but also the signature Stevie chords.
I really believed in the album. First of all, I believe in Michael Jackson.
Stevie Wonder. I love Stevie Wonder. Being with Stevie Wonder, being in his sessions.
Bruh, I wish I could
just
see
sitting in
that.
the room
Like,
and,
those
just
recorded
is
sessions.
incredible.
You look back at the awards for Off the Wall. They're R&B awards.
The music industry is still very segregated at the time, and Michael was only nominated for R&B awards, and he won.
How dumb could you be to not present
Love is
Michael
my
Jackson?
message.
He thought it wasn't fair. He thought that.
Like, bruh, that, like, again, sometimes you wonder, how do people in the higher ups in these corporations, especially when it comes to creativity, whether it's TV, movies, music, fashion, like, how do they get put in these positions when they're so out of their depth in terms of what you should do? Like, Michael has the #1 album record in the world, and you're like, we're not gonna present him that record because we got to give it to who, I don't know. I'm not here to disrespect, but it's like we gotta give it to such and such. It's just like, what? Huh? Like, what? It's just like, bro, y'all so out your mind. Like, and I'm also glad they did that though, because we might not got Thriller the way we did had he not felt slighted by these award shows and the Grammys with Off the Wall. It's just like, man,
Enough to him. It wasn't fair.
He came in and he told me, he said, Mother, next year they're going to have to give it to me.
And that was Thriller, huh?
That's right.
Michael taught me Melody's King. He was like, babies don't sing lyrics, they hum melody. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They may not know all the letters in the alphabet, but they know that melody to that song.
I'm always gonna remember when I saw it was 106 in Park and Kanye was debuting 808 and Heartbreak, and I always remember him saying, "Melody is what you're always gonna remember." Because the greatest song is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, I always remember Kanye say that on 106 in Park when he was debuting 808 and Heartbreak. Like, this is the greatest album. 808 is the greatest album ever done because it's all melody. Like, melody is what you remember. So, Ye came from that school of Michael Jackson, too. Like, all my favorite artists, all the great artists come from that school of melody. All of them. Like, that's the two artists. Like, that's what producers... That's the bread and butter, the melody. You got to figure out, you know.
And the idea of being separated from your brothers, does that hurt?
No, it doesn't. It, because there's other kinds of sounds of music that I love to do. It hurts when it's inside of me and it can't get out and it's hidden from the world. When I do those solo albums and I'm doing all kinds of different music, it's wonderful. I feel like I'm accomplishing what I'm supposed to do.
And you don't feel guilty or worried about your brothers?
No, because they understand. Why hide something? Why hide it? Share it. They want to put me up on that pedestal. Feel even better.
Do you ever want to stop?
No, don't stop till you get enough.
Yeah, man. That's Off the Wall documentary directed by Spike Lee. Yeah, it's like, man, Off the Wall. What Ronnie Jerkins says is so real because it's like I'm discovering things on Off the Wall. I've heard Off the Wall since I've been living. But even every day, I discover new things from Off the Wall. Like just like, man, Off the Wall is timeless, man. It's definitely one of the greatest albums of all time, and it's just dope to see his transition from Motown to then from his brothers. But everything he did prior to Off the Wall was a learning lesson going into Off the Wall. Being there with Berry Gordy taught him how to create and how to create certain sounds and certain songs. And then being on his own with his brothers taught him independence and how to dictate certain things and learn arrangements and melodies. So it's just like everything was a learning lesson. And like they said, like he always was watching, always asking questions. That's the best thing you can ever do. In anything you do, always ask questions. I don't care if you're at your job. Always ask questions, man. The worst thing someone can say is no. But always always asking questions, always studying. Yeah, it's just dope to see, man. I can't wait to watch the documentary on Thriller. We're going to get to that soon. That's coming up next. But like, comment, subscribe, share all the things are the things. This Hayes Sandwich, where they call me. Ain't got to go home. Do got to get to stepping. Peace.
I know